just a beautiful place to be.
The farms and forest off Turner Road in Varina.
There are trees here on the property that are hundreds of years old.
A familiar-looking landscape all across Virginia.
It's a great place to be able to get some relaxation, yes sir.
But you'll be hard-pressed to find anything quite like this spot in the county, the Commonwealth, or even the country.
For me, it's always been about the rural quality of Varina.
Dusty Dowdy's roots run deep in this corner of Henrico.
A lot of my family history is tied up in it. My great-grandfather lived on this property.
The Dowdys have owned Camp Holly Springs since the 1950s. A natural spring running under and through their land for millennia, an ecosystem virtually untouched since the very beginning.
The springs that we get our water from have been flowing since prehistoric times.
The water the Dowdys distribute also helps cleanse pollutants from the Chesapeake Bay.
This is actually a source going into the James that is pure water. So our springs are part of the solution and not part of the problem.
Their land is also dripping with layers of history.
The area around here at one point was called the Camp Holly Farm.
This spring quenched the thirsts of Native Americans and soldiers from the Revolution and War of 1812 to the Civil War. Skirmishes between American militia and British redcoats, along with full-scale battles between Union and Confederate forces, unfolded on this property. The United States colored troops earned high praise here for heroic actions in 1864.
It really has a little bit of everything.
But Dusty Dowdy sees another battle brewing over the horizon along Route 5.
Once you have that land developed, it's very, very difficult to get it back to a natural state.
Eastern Henrico is witnessing more and more urban sprawl. Wide open spaces and once fertile farms are now growing houses.
We're all for responsible development. People have to have a place to live. We just want to make sure that things are done responsibly.
The Dowdys are taking bold action. The family is putting 139 acres around the spring under conservation and historic preservation easement with the Department of Historic Resources, protecting their livelihoods and the natural beauty of Camp Holly.
It can't be turned back. We can't say, hey, we want a do-over and we're going to build a housing development. No one from this point forward will ever be able to put a development on the property in the easement.
Varina has been targeted. A lot of people have been looking at it for the last 20, 30 years to come and bring development here.
Parker Agelasto, Executive Director of the Capital Region Land Conservancy, says it would be a great loss if subdivisions or strip malls were built on this property.
Well, what you gain is you gain a roadside marker that says, back 250 years ago, this happened here. What we're losing is to be able to come out here and experience it.
In the last decade, Parker's nonprofit has saved 3,000 acres in eastern Henrico alone.
But places like Camp Holly, where the spring has been providing potable drinking water for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, which is evident, you don't get that if it's gone.
The road that we came down is one of the boundaries, but then when we get to the tree line here, it'll follow the tree line that way.
Agelasto applauds the Dowdys' decision, which may inspire other landowners to follow in their footsteps.
It was a long road to get here. And what I can tell you about Dusty and his family is that they love this place.
With land values soaring in Varina, the Dowdys could have eventually sold their land for development and cashed in. But this caretaker of Camp Holly feels richer in many other ways.
It's protecting an irreplaceable resource that we have stewardship over. And knowing that we have that protection gives me a lot of peace at night.
That's an incredible win. And it's not just for Richmond, it's not just for Henrico, it's not just for the state of Virginia. This is truly a generational, in perpetuity, win for everyone.
Camp Holly Springs, a place where environmental, historical, and natural beauty will flow forevermore.
I've lived with this property my entire life.
For I Have a Story.
I don't want it to end on my watch.
I'm Greg McQuaid, CBS 6 News.